Hey, you got Dave here. In this video, I'm going to show you how I generate leads from Facebook groups every single day using hidden Facebook groups. And this is important because, Facebook groups, they're an amazing source to get leads for your business, but they've also become overrun by spammers in recent years. They're just too good. They're too popular. Too many marketers are using them. And that can be bad news for you if you want to pull out the best leads. But I've got some good news for you. And the good news is I found some strategies, 3 different ways to find hidden groups where the spammers aren't hanging out. They don't even know about these groups. And that allows you to be someone who can nurture leads inside those groups and then bring them over into becoming paying customers and clients for your business. So this is another no fluff marketing tactic that I want to teach you because it's something that's working really, really well right now. And I know you can apply it to your business right away. So let's dive in. So here's the problem. Facebook groups, they are an amazing place for lead generation. There's a Facebook group for just about anything. You can find Facebook groups about weight loss, about sports, about cars, about dentistry, about travel. There's a Facebook group for anyone. There's a Facebook group for anything. And this is great because you can finally target who it is that you want to connect with. You can target your leads by joining Facebook groups and then connecting with those people who are inside those Facebook groups. Sounds amazing, but over the last couple of years, as Facebook groups have become more and more popular, a lot of marketers have been drawn to this strategy. And what's ended up is a lot of Facebook groups that are overrun by spammers. And it can become very frustrating if you're trying to get legitimate leads through Facebook groups for your business. I'll show you an example of how overrun Facebook groups have become. I'll show you this example right here. This is the ClickFunnels group. And ClickFunnels, it's a marketing tool that a lot of online marketers use. So imagine if you were a business coach, as an example, you might look at this and say, well, business owners would be potentially using this ClickFunnels software. Therefore, I'm going to go over into the ClickFunnels group and I see there's 280,000 members just about. Sounds like an amazing place to prospect. But out of these 280,000 members, probably half of them are people who are in here only to sell to the other members. And maybe you've done this before, is you've joined a group like this thinking, oh, this is a great way for me to connect, for me to make legitimate connections and then potentially nurture some of these people who could legitimately benefit from the product or service I have to sell. And instead of you having sales opportunities, your inbox is flooded with people trying to sell you their stuff. Maybe that's happened to you before. It certainly has happened to me. And when this happens frequently enough, some business owners, they say, I give up. I'm not using Facebook groups anymore. It just doesn't work. And I don't want you to do that because Facebook groups are still a gold mine if you know how to find hidden groups where the marketers aren't going wild. And that's what I'm going to show you in this video. I'm going to show you 3 ways to find hidden groups on Facebook. And so the first way is by simply using Facebook's search feature better. Let me show you. I'm going to go back over here to Facebook and I'm going to go, imagine that I'm a fitness coach and I want to target dads. So what some business owners would do is they would type in dads and then they would go down to groups. And they would take a look at, okay, are there any of these dads? Okay, a bunch of dads, 131,000 members, 10 plus posts per day. This looks like a great group, and maybe it is. Or it could be like one of those groups similar to the ClickFunnels example that I showed you, that because it's so big and it's so active and it's clearly dads and it comes up quickly in Facebook search, this is one that all of the marketers who are targeting dads flood to. And so you'd have to test it out, but this might not be the best idea. This is certainly not a hidden group. Well, how do you find a hidden group? Let's go a little bit deeper. I'm going to say dad weight loss. And let's see what comes up here. I'm going to go back down and I'm going to sort this by groups only. And now I've got dad bod transformation, 70,000 members. Maybe this is a little bit more targeted. And so maybe this is going to attract more of the ideal types of leads that I want to connect with. But it also might target a lot of fitness coaches because it was the first thing that came up in the search here. So I know that a lot of other fitness coaches are doing this exact same search and they're going to therefore land on this particular group. Well, instead of just saying, okay, this is the only thing, this is the only option, why don't we try another search? Instead of dad weight loss, watch what happens if I try lose fat dad. Then I'm going to go down and I'm going to filter this by groups. Notice what happened here. Now it's got Fat Daddy Fitness, the Fatherhood Movement, Burn the Fat, Feed the Muscle Official. Notice a different set of groups. Because I'm taking my time, we call this syntax, changing up the words, changing up what I'm typing into the search bar reveals different results. So lazy business owners, just to be honest, they come in here and they do a dad search or they say dad weight loss, and then they pick 1 or 2 of the top search results. You're going to be better than that. You're going to search better by changing the syntax. Let me do one more example here. Lose fat dad. What if I say get fit for dads? I'm going to go down to groups And lo and behold, you can see I've got different examples here. So the syntax matters. Using your search better is going to reveal some of these hidden groups that most of your competitors, they're not finding because they're going in, they're just putting the obvious search terms. Now, another way that you can do this is by becoming more specific geographically. So as an example, I live in Canada. So if I was running a business that was targeting dads, it would be to my advantage to connect with Canadian dads because we automatically have two things in common. We're dads and we live in Canada. So let me do an example here with you. I might just say dads Canada, and I'm going to go down to groups here, and here's one right here, Canadian dads, 9,200 members. Let's see what else I've got. Work at home mom and dads, that one's in the United States. This one down here, divorced dads with kids, 16,000 members. Dads Canada, that one's only got 7 members, so I'd avoid that one. Scrolling down here, Canadian dads married to doctors, very specific. And so you understand my point here is that by adding a different term to my search, in this case, I'm using geography, Canada, this allows me to filter out a lot of the competitors, a lot of the spammers who are going after just those big, highly searched groups. Use searches better, and you can uncover these hidden groups. That's number one. Number two, I'm going to show you an example here. So this is someone, Terry Vincent, who Facebook just recommended to me. And I went over to her profile and check it out. She says, become a 7-figure business coach. Join our free Facebook group. So it looks like Terry is perhaps some sort of business coach for business coaches, perhaps. Notice that when I come down to here and I take a look at her bio section, she says, I help business coaches scale to 7 figures. And then she's got a link. Where does the link go? Yeah, it goes over to, let's click it and we'll see, it goes over to her Facebook group. Now, this Facebook group, it's got 650 members here. This is a hidden group. This will never come up in Facebook search. There's hundreds of millions of groups on Facebook. So Facebook can only show a certain subset of those groups in search. It can't show them all. Here's another way to find some of those hidden ones is when a competitor comes up on your newsfeed or gets suggested to you as a friend request, or maybe they send you a friend request, instead of getting angry and think, oh, that person's trying to spam me, go over and take a look at what they're doing. Go take a look at their profile. I want to go back here because there's 2 places that you'll often find links to your competitors' Facebook groups, which are hidden Facebook groups. Number one is like I just showed you here with Terry right here in our bio. And then as I scroll down, here she does have the second one as well. You'll see that she actually put it as a link inside her about information. And so when I click this takes me back over to that same group. So you can go, when you see your competitors, go and take a look at their profile and see if there's a Facebook group listed. So what you're doing is following their CTA, follow their call to action, and go and request to join their group. I guarantee there's no spammers in there because these are the types of groups that Facebook isn't likely showing via search. So that's the second way to find a hidden Facebook group. The third way is actually my favorite way. Let me show you an example. This all starts with a Facebook ad. So over here is an ad that I actually got served up with. It's from a company called Interactor. Interactor, it sells an app. It sells a video creation app. You can see it says enterprise class interactive video. And I click on a lot of ads. I'm always interested to see what are people selling, how are they making their offers. And as I looked at this one, it had a special, in this case, 70% off, it says. It was relatively inexpensive product, and it was something that I thought I actually might want to use. And so I bought it. But the really cool thing that I noticed as I made this purchase was that it came along with a Facebook group. So all the people who are using this business software are inside of a Facebook group. This is really exciting for 2 reasons. Number one is Interactor is doing all my work for me. They're going out and they're targeting with their Facebook ads people who might be my ideal client as well. I target business owners, so does Interactor. Interactor is pulling them together. Number two, Interactor is saying we're going to go beyond that. We're actually going to put them all into a Facebook group and we're inviting you to come join us because you just made this purchase. Now, when I made this purchase, it was super cheap, $100, $200, something like that. And I'll show you where it ended up. It got me into a group with about 5,000 members. Now, these are business owners who are investing in software. They're investing in their business. I provide a software solution for business owners, so this is the absolute perfect group for me. Now think about you, what types of products or services are being sold to your ideal customers that you could buy and then join an associated group. Maybe it means buying a low-ticket coaching program, or maybe it means buying into a 5-day or a 21-day challenge, being part of that program so you can access the Facebook group. What an amazing way to join these groups. Now, I'll show you something that's very cool once I was inside this group. I actually did use this software, and I'm going to just scroll down because today, as I film this is December 6th. Remember that, December 6th. I'm just going to scroll down through 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm just scrolling through some posts. 14, maybe 15. Notice this post here. I posted this way back in March, and it's within the top 20 posts inside this group. Well, what's this all about? Let me show you a little bit more here. I said, just wanted to share a quick win with everyone here. I signed up for Interactor a couple days ago and launched my first video yesterday. It's an evergreen webinar, blah, blah, blah. I talk about how I use the Interactor software, and I say it worked like magic. So I'm pumping up the software, I'm pumping up the admins. So I'm not spamming, I'm telling them they're doing a great job. In 24 hours, we closed $13,000 of recurring revenue. It was all on autopilot. And here's a little screenshot from my Stripe account showing that we did this. Now, why did I do this? Did I want to pump up Interactor software? No, like it's a neat little tool. To be honest, we don't even use it anymore. But what I wanted to do was to highlight to people in this group, hey, I've got something that's working. I wanted to draw a little bit of attention to myself, basically. What happened with this? 92 comments, 71 likes. This is probably, if we scroll up here, let's just take a look at the engagement on these other posts. 3 comments, no comments, no comments, 2 comments, no comments, 3 comments, 14 comments. So nothing's even close to the engagement that I got from that one post inside this paid for group. So think about how you can do this as well, is you go into that group where you know your target demographics hanging out. They're buyers because they bought something to get into this group, and then you create a piece of content inside that group that isn't spammy but draws a lot of attention. The result from this was those 91 people who were commenting filled up my inbox saying, how did you do this? How did you do this? How did you do this? And now I'm in conversations with ideal buyers. And this is exactly what you can do as well. Now, I will be fully transparent. What do I do once I'm inside these groups? Well, I use software. It's called YunaPRO, and YunaPRO goes and mines these groups and finds the exact ideal prospects, the exact type of people who I want to be in conversation with, and then it starts conversations for me. And so if you've never checked out YunaPRO, you got to go check it out. Go over to YunaPRO.com. It's been a game changer for our business, blowing up our business on Facebook, and I know it will for you as well. That's what I've got for you in this video today. If this was helpful, seeing how you can find these hidden groups to be able to find more leads that the spammers aren't having access to. If this was helpful to you, give this video a like. If you got any questions or comments about any of these strategies that I just taught in this video, leave those below. I'm happy to help out. I want to make sure that you're generating leads just as fast as we are. I want you to be really successful, and I want you to be successful with this strategy. So go ahead and leave those below. Thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.